Welcome back to the Mailbox. I get asked a lot from noobs, how do I handle or how do I prepare for my first big meeting, with the prospect, whether it's in person or on Zoom or whatever. So there's some stuff you can do. First of all, understand that you can do a whole lot of work before this meeting, so you can do as much as you want to prepare. So when the meeting starts, that's going to last as long as it lasts, maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, but you can spend all weekend getting information about these people. So the more you get, the better. So the person you're meeting with, your prospect, you want to do a lot of work trying to understand who they are and where they're coming from. You want to look at their LinkedIn profile, Facebook, Twitter, anything you can get from Google that helps you understand who they are as a person will help you relate to them better when you're talking to them and see if you can find any angles or any way to connect with them. Maybe there's people you have in common that, can help validate you as a person, or maybe you can call them and find out, what do you know about this guy? How do you think I can help him? What's the best way to deal with him? You can do all this kind of sleuth work yourself to try to figure out, how do I best deal with this person? That is so much better than just showing up and saying, hey, Mr. Brown, nice to meet you. Tell me about yourself, right? You want to know as much as you can. You want to know that he went to Clemson and he played on the basketball team. And gosh, he's got a son on the baseball team. And, and his business just acquired another company across town. So the more of that you can know, the better it'll make you more valuable to him. The second thing is do the same kind of work on the business itself, where he works. What are they up to? What's the last couple of years looked like? What can you find on the internet about what the activities they have? Who can you find in your network that either works there or knows someone that works there that can give you the inside scoop on what's really happening at this company? If you really know what's going on, you'll start to figure out whether or not you can help them. And if you can help them, where's that spot? So this is all work you can do before the meeting even starts. So, usually the success of this sale will probably be determined before you even meet with them, because you'll know kind of what's going on. The third thing I say is to know your pitch, what it is you're going to pitch to them when you meet them. Now, what are you going to pitch to them if you don't know what they need, right? All you're going to do is just show up and say, here's our company. We've been around since 1927. We've got 400 employees. We're in 6 states. You can give them the general overview, but that's kind of old school business. That's the old way of doing it. What you really want to know is, what is their problem? You might say, Mr. Brown, based on the conversations we had and the survey you filled out and the people I talked to over in the Brownstone building or operation, they tell me that what you're working on is so-and-so, and that you're really looking for some vendor to come in and be able to help you to double production in the Brownstone operation. Is that true? He's like, yeah, how did you know that? Yeah, I did my homework. That's how I know it. And so at that point, okay, it's a little simplified version, but at that point, that's where you start your pitch. You'd say, well, that's the problem. Looks like it's costing you $1 million a year. Our pitch today is to show you how our solution can help you fix this problem. We want to make sure you understand that. And so that's what your pitch is. And when we say know your pitch, we mean you know what you're pitching, and then you've practiced your ability to demonstrate that you can do it. So that means maybe showing them something on slides or a computer. Maybe it's references. Maybe it's taking them to a place that can actually show them how it works, where we're already in place. But figuring out some way to prove to him that we can make that happen. And the way to get good at that is with practice. Particularly when you're new, if you hadn't done it a lot of times, go through it 5 or 6 or 7 or even 10 times until you're so comfortable that it kind of becomes boring. And then you can go do your proposal. Don't go in there without doing a lot of work. And the last thing, this is something that noobs violate all the time. I don't know why, but be early, all right? Whether you're in person or whether it's a Zoom, make sure you're early. So if it's a Zoom, I would say 5 minutes, all right? Get on there 5 minutes early, have all your stuff ready, all right? If it's in person, man, you better get there, I'd say an hour early, an hour and a half early, and I say there, I mean in the area, All right, wherever you're meeting, get to the area, make sure you know exactly where you're going. Then you can back away, go to a coffee shop, go do whatever, just relax for a little while, and then maybe get there 20 minutes early because you want to set up and be prepared and all that stuff. So it's an easy thing to do, particularly since we all have fun phones now to play with, right? Get there early and play with your phone. But it's something that still people don't do enough of. So it's simple. Get there early, be prepared, and you'll sell more. So that's hope that helps with your question about how to prepare for this first big meeting. And we got some other questions on kind of what to do once you get there. We'll cover that later.